The purpose of this resource is to provide guidance for utilizing scaffolds that are embedded in your EL education district curriculum. Scaffolding is an instructional method that progressively moves students towards greater independence and understanding during the learning process. It is a temporary support that acknowledges what students already know, the barriers they will face in achieving new learning goals, and the instructional support that will benefit them in negotiating these barriers. Throughout this learning opportunity, we'll focus on the examples of scaffolds that already exist within EL education lessons using Lesson 4 from Grade 4, Module 2, Unit 1. An EL Education Scaffold Overview document for elementary ELA grades 2 through 5 can be found in Learning Central under the appendix within each grade level module and in the teacher planning tools for your grade level curriculum. Please refer to this document for additional supports as you plan. The lesson components listed on the slide are where you can locate embedded scaffolds within lessons and will be highlighted throughout this presentation. Expect that some students will need support to write the answers to the questions that were generated in the last lesson. Use this process to guide them in a small group. First, restate the sentence using words in the question. Then, look for words and phrases in the text that answer the question. Last, highlight where the answer was found to help cite evidence later in the lesson. To prepare for the mid-unit assessment, have students practice answering questions as selected responses. This will allow you to guide them to use the text to answer the questions. Also, teach test-taking strategies specifically to these children. Have students try to answer the questions on their own first, and then strategize with them on what to do if they truly do not know the answer by instructing them to guess always and consistently B or C as their answer. For students you anticipate will struggle with this lesson, offer a sneak peek at the recording forms and talk through how to use it, pointing out where to record information. Give them time to write sentence frames in advance, or, for heavier scaffolding, provide these sentence frames for the students. Make sure students are comfortable with recording evidence and documenting a source again. If students require reteaching on the skill, consider using their independent reading books. Not only is this a familiar text, but it validates their book choices and communicates that you see them as readers. For non-readers, choose a simple mentor text that you have read aloud to the class several times. Reference back to this book when you reteach concepts throughout the year. This section offers differentiation opportunities for individual students. Effective differentiation is built on a foundation of engaging, relevant, student-friendly learning targets that clearly define expectations for learning. These learning targets remain consistent amongst all students in the classroom, regardless of the differentiation presented to the learner. EL promotes the practice of differentiating the process through which students may arrive at the learning targets. The more vocabulary a student is exposed to during learning, the more likely it is for a student to become a better reader. EL lessons point out academic and domain-specific vocabulary that is taught each lesson. These words should be recorded on a class word wall for students to refer back to throughout the module. Scaffolding is an instructional method that progressively moves students towards greater independence and understanding during the learning process. Refer to the EL Education Scaffold Overview for grades 2 through 5 for additional resources that may provide further support when planning for and implementing instruction. As a reminder, additional resources and professional learning videos can be found in Learning Central under the appendix within each grade level module and in the teacher planning tools for your grade level curriculum. If you need more assistance with differentiating scaffolding lessons, you may wish to reach out to the experts in your building. The ESL teachers, special education specialists, intervention team facilitators, or contact the central office coordinating teachers assigned to your school for support.